We're coming at you live from the Arby's parking lot. It's the Be Quiet Podcast number 73. With me, as always, McGrath.
Hi.
And Kaiser.
What's up?
All right. This is just an episode. This is the normal episode, but we're doing it in my car for the first time. I don't know if this sounds like shit. But it just, it's much easier for, especially because McGrath was just at school, and he would have had to drive all the way back home to go on Discord, which is what we were going to do. But it's like, I might as well just go into town and, pick up the boys and then, get some food because I haven't eaten yet today. Record a quick podcast before I have to leave tonight. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, where are you going tonight?
I'm going to Florida tonight.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Go get in Florida, a place where it's more fun.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'd evidently say.
It's kind of like not a real. We're kind of just not. We're not going to be doing that much because, a lot of shit is closed, and we don't want to get like COVID-20.
Florida's wide open.
Yeah, basically.
That's the problem.
Oh.
You get COVID-20, bro.
I see.
Yeah, no. You're going to see any baseball games then? Or
I highly doubt it, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Nothing's out of the question.
Hey. If it's warmer and you're gonna have better weather, just take it. It's vacation,
Yeah.
So you're gonna go to the beach?
I'll probably go to the beach.
Get that tan,
So, McGrath is at school. He already ate lunch, but Kaiser did not finish his fries. So, McGrath is eating some fries.
It's all Kaiser.
Oh, really? I'll have some of them if, Kaiser, you don't want any, but... Yeah, well, every episode that McGrath is on, he's always ordering food. And
Yeah, I'm always eating.
Except for the last one. The last one, you just had fucking coins that you were playing with the entire episode right in front of the microphone.
That was goldfish.
Oh, it was goldfish?
Yeah, I was eating goldfish.
The food?
Yeah.
It sounded like coins.
I don't know, man.
I literally didn't hear it on Discord, and then when I went back to edit the entire episode, I was like, fucking McGrath, what are you doing? Kaiser, is that a new haircut I see?
Yeah, it is.
I really like it. I was going to comment on it right when I saw you for the first time.
Yeah, thank you. I went with the, what I would consider the hick look of our
Yeah,
generation.
you did have a really hicky-looking haircut for a while. You wore a hat. But now your hair is back in the
It's back down to earth.
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah. Well, have you ever had a haircut like that before or no?
Not like this. I've had it short, but not in the style I decided to go for.
Yeah, you got it like spiked up a little bit in front.
Spiked. Well, I got it spiked up.
Well,
everywhere.
Not like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I got a colic for
All sorts of shit back here.
Yeah, McGrath is just playing with shit I have in my fucking car.
I found a bike.
He found like a little bike. I don't even know why that's in here.
No, it's pretty cool.
It's like a tech deck bike almost.
I know. You just almost...
Okay.
Wow. I guess because I bring Henry.
Everything you need.
I bring Henry home a lot, so like, you have an extension cord.
Yeah.
What else is that? Homework.
You got,
A fork.
an adapter.
A fork? I have a fork.
Oh, yeah.
You know why I have a fork?
Why?
I think I grabbed it from somewhere. Oh, wait, no. This is from Noodles.
Oh.
But I used to have a fork in here from work so I could comb my hair after work.
That's just sad.
Yeah, it was kind of gross, but... Yeah, I got some headphones. Got a bucket just in case someone wants to throw up when they're driving in my car. I have a bucket hat because my grandparents gave it to my sister, and she was like, oh, yeah. And then she left it in my car, and I'm like, can you take that bucket hat out of my fucking car? She's like, I'm not going to wear it. And it's like, well, then take it out of my car. She's like, no.
Half a puzzle, mask, full Kirkland water bottle.
Full water bottle. a puzzle that McGrath is setting up.
I'm gonna have this whole puzzle done by the end of the
Dude, my
podcast.
car is like a wonderland, bro.
It is.
The
If I was a little kid, I'd be
wonderful
in.
items that you can find in Lucas Hansen's car.
Yeah, it's like Big Nate's locker from you read Big Nate McGrath?
Yeah.
Never.
You've never read Big Nate?
Nope.
Dude, it's like a fucking comic book basically.
It's
like Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Nope.
That was elementary
I read a
school
lot
for
of
us.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Never really Big Nate.
Yeah, that was elementary school for at least myself and Lucas,
Yeah.
I could say so.
No way, this guy goes on the bike.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah.
Big Nate is kind of a scumbag when you think about it.
Yeah, but hey, if you're gonna grow up reading stuff, stick with the comics and stick with stuff like that. It's better.
Or you could read like
Harry.
actual smart shit and then become smart like fucking some people in our grade.
Read Harry Potter at
Yeah.
age in like second grade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Henry he's been reading a Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but now that I think about it, he's like the age that I was when I was reading Harry Potter.
Right.
So I don't know.
So he goes on there.
I mean, he
Nice.
goes on there, but it's not like made for him.
You know what? Pro biker.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know.
Yeah, I don't do much reading.
Yeah.
Never.
Shocker.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I figured you read Big Nate, because it was like the book for
No.
people who don't like reading. Like
God,
Big
no.
Nate is notoriously like, he doesn't do any. He has F's in all of his classes. He always gets detention. He doesn't do anything. He should get me too, to be honest with you, because he's going after this one girl the entire time, and she like clearly does not like him. And then you know, she like, oh my god, she does not like him, and then she has a boyfriend that's kind of a dork. The boyfriend is kind of like fucking Vision from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's what I always see him as. He's just like, I always pictured him as British. Yeah, and like, I don't know. Yeah, but
Have you seen that new, what's that? WandaVision?
WandaVision?
shit?
I have.
That was pretty good.
yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it though. But
No, I'm not either.
it was very good.
It was very good.
I have that new Falcon and Winter Soldier show too. You watched that yet, McGrath?
I watched one. Yeah, the first
first one. Yeah, I thought it was okay.
It was all right, you know.
I didn't like it as much as WandaVision, but obviously they're not really getting into it yet.
No.
But
They're coming out with another Marvel show, are they not?
oh, they have a bunch of shit planned out. They have a bunch of Marvel shows and a bunch of Star Wars shows planned out. Disney's about to be raking in the fucking cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean not really, because if you think about it, them making a new show, how do they get more money from them making a new show on Disney Plus? Because like
Make it Disney Plus exclusive. So
I know, but like it's not like more people are like people signing up to Disney Plus just to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
A lot of people
Oh,
would
yeah.
cancel their subscription. Just
Oh,
and then re-enter it when Mandalorian came out, because that was the only thing on
I
Disney.
see.
So now it keeps them having their
I guess,
Subscribe.
and that's smart. I like how Disney Plus does. Sorry, my voice got fucked up there for a second. I like how Disney Plus does like one episode a week. Because when like, for example, when Stranger Things comes out, and it's like
I watched that whole shit in like
that's the problem. You've got people like McGrath. Oh, I watched that whole shit in like
A day.
and now it's like, well, now I don't know. You can't like talk about it with people. Like you can't like, oh, which episode are you on? Oh yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I have to I have to get around to it. Oh yeah, I watched every episode. Oh yeah, I'm on episode 3. It's like no one can have a normal conversation. But with WandaVision or like Mandalorian, it's like, oh, did you catch the new Mandalorian this week? Oh yeah, they're into trouble now. They're in the shit. It's like, oh yeah, but yeah. So I actually haven't seen season 3 of Stranger Things yet.
You actually haven't?
No, I have not.
Oh wow.
Because I know it's like, I don't know.
It's the best one.
Well, that's what people say. The problem is that I watch it with my dad, so we have to both.
Be free and
Yeah.
available.
Which he's been going to bed earlier lately, and I've been going to bed later. That's the problem with Audrey too. She's been going to bed at like 11:30 every night, and I sometimes wake up at like 1:30. So then we're only awake at the same time
For like 10 hours.
for like 9 hours a
9
day
hours.
out of 24.
That kind of blows.
Yeah.
That's what happens when this has gone through that. I'm not gonna enjoy going back to school full time because I'm so used to waking up on like three or 4 days a week, like during the weekday at like 10 or 11 because I don't gotta go into school. It's nice, but
I wake up at like 11 every day.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
it's a pain.
In my personal opinion, I do not think that they're going to be able to go full for
No.
a long time.
I want them to go full,
I mean, it'd be nice, but
just so I could have prom. But other than that, I
well,
care less.
that's the problem. They're gonna do prom either way because they're gonna do it outside. I think.
Oh yeah, they said something about like at a golf course or something.
Yeah, which I think is gonna be cool. But if they fuck it up and do online for too long, and then there's a COVID outbreak, and then we can't do prom anymore. Because like this week, a bunch of people have to stay home because one or two people got
50
COVID.
kids got sent home.
Yeah, because 2 people got it.
Yeah. Ugh.
Well, I guess 3 people got it, but.
Awful. Hey.
What do you guys think of the cafeteria thing? I didn't like that. That's like
I wasn't there. What's that?
we have to sit in the freaking commons now for lunch, and
Yeah.
you get like a plastic little binder.
I saw that.
It's like jail. You can't hear anybody next to you. You know, it just sucks.
I mean, I'm sure you can.
No, if you can't
can't?
hear somebody across the table,
When there's a bunch of people talking, I mean, I've got where we
you have to
are.
stand up to talk.
Damn.
I don't know like how the schedule's gonna work, but when we go to lunch for our class, it's gonna be we have people like going out and then coming in. Like at the end, we're kind of in like a dead period of lunch, you know.
Yeah.
So it'll probably be easier on our end, but
What?
I don't know.
I feel like they're gonna have to do like some deep cleaning after that.
They
Oh,
do.
yeah.
It's
That's gonna suck ass. Imagine being that kid who like was like messing around and like the teacher makes you like clean the tables and you have to fucking like hand sanitize every single fucking station of 4 at each table.
Can they even do that anymore? I'm pretty sure
I doubt it. No.
you could get the teachers in the lunchroom like, oh, you exposed me to COVID. Oh,
Yeah.
you're risking my health.
I guess that is true. You could easily do that. McGrath, do you think this episode's gonna get a lot of views because you're on it?
Maybe. I feel like they'll click on and then they'll, they might,
It's the McGrath effect. It's like the Mandela effect.
I
it's
know,
like,
but now that we're talking about it, it's not going to happen. That's the
now we've
problem.
talked about it before, I feel like, on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, one time.
The McGrath effect, bro. Every episode that McGrath is on gets a lot of views.
I think it got like double the views of the video before it.
Yeah, like the last episode McGrath was on, it sucked ass because Carter fucked it up with the audio. And we had to record it twice.
But it still got like 500
It still got
views.
like 400 something views, and it's like the 4th or 5th most viewed episode we've ever done.
And the first one I did, that had like 1,000 views.
Yeah,
That was
that's the most viewed episode we've ever done. Is the other one with you?
hey, you have an achievement now. You're on the you've probably got like 3 or 4 of the episodes that you've been on that are in like the top like viewing of all time.
Well,
on the channel.
the first one you were on was like is the second most viewed episode of season 2.
Oh.
Because Billy and that episode just keeps like you used to be. It used to be like close. It used to be like, oh, this one's at 140 and this one's at 142, something like that. But now for some reason, ever since like you know how episodes usually no one watches them after like the week that they're out. Yeah, that episode got like 100 views since since like the week it's came out. Like it's at like 250 or something like that. Oh. I know this seems stupid to people listening because it's like, wow, he's really talking about 100 views. Who gives a shit? But it's like for me that's good because, like, I don't know.
That's a good amount of people.
Hey, it's like it's within like the standards that I think you're expecting yourself to like hit or see,
right?
So to say,
especially like because certain people like when they do a podcast on YouTube, it's like people listen to a podcast if they already know the person. Like no one like will listen to a podcast of someone they don't know. Really, that's why I like what I do with Joe Rogan usually. Like, oh, if he has someone on that I've heard of before, I'll listen. But I rarely listen to episodes without someone that I know. But so it's when I haven't done anything other than the podcast, and it's like impressive to me that I can even get like over 1,000 views on one episode.
Anything but a podcast,
I want to, but it's just I gotta figure all that shit out.
Yeah, probably this summer.
Probably like dive into more like gaming.
Yeah, I mean, I could think of like I could do a gaming video, or like I could do like a fucking review of stuff. I feel like people like listening to me complain about shit.
Yeah.
If that, I'll review Lego Star Wars when it comes out. That's what I'll say. People, if that game sucks, then that will be. I feel like it'll be almost worth it because of how funny it is. Just like the situation.
Yeah. No, it might be a podcast in length for itself.
Exactly.
For how much you'll ramble on the shittiness of the game if it ends up being shitty.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem, is that every time I have my expectations high for something, it usually gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Not really. Like, I can think of a couple times, like Endgame, for example, is the perfect example, not to spoil it or anything, because my parents listen to this and they just watched Civil War for the first time.
Yeah, Batman died in that one.
Yeah, Batman dies, yeah. Well, my mom was gonna be like, what the fuck? But Endgame was like, it exceeded my expectations for
That was like the best Marvel movie, and nothing will ever top.
Yeah, it just like the build up was so worth it.
Yeah, because they did a great job on Infinity War. It's like if you had high expectations for Infinity War, you probably were. You
probably after Infinity War, then you're gonna have high expectations for Endgame, because
Yeah.
they're both real. They're both probably equally as good. But like,
yeah,
I think Endgame is better.
Yeah.
I like Endgame more because personally, I got spoiled for Infinity War because I didn't watch it until a year after it came out.
yeah. I didn't see it. Like I think I maybe saw it like right before I watched Endgame.
Yeah,
because that's just how that worked. It was, and it's like I think you could probably put them in like a similar category because they did lead up to each other.
Yeah,
in that sense. So it's like if Infinity War was good, you had to expect Endgame to be good. But it's like, but if you saw Endgame, then you're probably thinking back to yourself if you hadn't seen Infinity War, like, oh, that's probably it. It's probably going to be a good movie if I'm just thinking about it, since they made Endgame really good.
right.
So,
yeah. Well, I don't know. It just, that was like the meme of 2018 was all the Infinity War memes.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And it's like impossible to avoid. I mean, it was my own fault for not watching. I mean, it did suck because even like a week later, like not even after the end of the weekend, I got it spoiled for me by like everyone talking about it at school, like talking about people, like what happens in the movie.
Yeah, but you didn't see every Marvel movie up until, like right before Endgame
Right before Endgame. I literally hadn't seen Iron Man 2 until March 2019.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was in a similar category, except I just said screw it. I'm gonna go into Endgame with very cold and just on like some like people's
You didn't watch Infinity War before Endgame?
No, I watched Infinity War before Endgame. I didn't watch a lot of the other Marvel
Oh.
movies though. So
I just watched all the Avengers movies before Endgame.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't that
And
big
then-
into Marvel then.
I don't think
Yeah.
any of us were.
That's the thing, is like once you like Endgame has so much shit from like a bunch of other movies.
Mm-hmm. And once I went back and watched the movies, I
Yeah.
was like, oh, this is from this.
Well, so first to like connect you.
Mm-hmm.
You're building a puzzle. That's just that thing.
All right, I'm gonna switch the subject here. I got a question for you guys.
Yep.
All right, let's do this hypothetical, right? Let's say you find this woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this woman is like perfect, right? And she like is really into you. This doesn't have to do with like real life at all, by the way. So don't like try to compare anything to real life. Let's say this person is like really good looking and she's really nice and she's really funny, but she also thinks you're really funny. So she laughs at all your jokes. Like you have the similar sense of humor. You know, you have all the same, a lot of the same opinions. You have the same like, you like the same stuff. You enjoy spending time together. Like you have all this stuff. You know, she also like makes a lot of money at her job. Like she's really successful. She's really into what she does. Like stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. Now let's say you are dating her for a couple years and you decide to pop the question, right?
Uh-huh.
This person says yes, right?
Yeah.
You're about to get married, but right when you're about to get married, the girl says that you have to take her last name in marriage. Now, the catch to the catch is her last name is Poopy Butthole.
No.
Would you marry her?
No, God, no. I have to sign that every single day. That's how I'll be known for the rest of my life. That's a no.
I know, but I can make memes out of it. My brother would absolutely.
Your brother would clown on you.
Oh, he'd go. It would be a running family joke just because he'd. I'd get a text every day like, "Hey, Mr. Poopy Butthole, how the heck are you doing?"
Your brother probably already calls you that.
Yeah, not wrong.
That's the problem. You kind of screwed when you are dating a girl named Poopy Butthole in the first place.
Wait, how do you get that name? Like, why would your ancestors ever pick that as like your last name if you're ever gonna change? You know what?
Like it's like fucking like all the ancestral names are all like like they all mean something, and like there's this one guy who just like he didn't have any toilet paper or something like that. And,
He just wasn't fortunate enough.
he was like fucking like a founding like father, and like in like the war or whatever, he didn't have any like toilet paper and
for like a week or two.
yeah. And George Washington commented on it, and they're like, "That's your new name."
Yeah, and you could. Yeah, I'm assuming you couldn't do anything like, oh, like your last name couldn't be like a joint of the two. Like it couldn't be like.
No, it could not.
Because that'd make it so much. That'd make it a yes, obviously.
That's a lot to write out, I guess. It's like
Yeah.
Or you could just like legally cut it out of like you could illegally but legally cut it out of like your last name. Say like I just don't want.
I don't know if your wife would appreciate that.
I don't think she would.
If you get divorced, though, you could marry her, and then if you get divorced, you could take your last name back. That is the exception.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you're like soulmates,
is her family
maybe.
rich?
Her family is as rich as your parents, but she makes a good amount of money. Like yeah, so you don't have to. So you could get by doing pretty much whatever you want, and you could still get by.
So then what you do is you marry her, then you divorce her for the money because you get 50-50.
I mean, you really wouldn't be getting too much, right?
I mean,
if she has enough money to provide me or like to provide for whatever I want to do in life and continue with that until like she retires,
You'd marry Poopy Butthole?
maybe
money came into a factor for Kaiser.
Maybe that marriage divorce route doesn't sound like such a bad idea.
When I was thinking of this question, I was gonna have the person's last name be Hitler, but then I thought of Rick and Morty, the character, Mr. Poopy Butthole from Rick and Morty, and I was like, that's almost harder because I feel like Hitler, people are like, you could be like, yeah, it's actually pronounced like
Hitler
or something like that, like the R is silent.
But
Poopy Butthole is pretty much like, yeah, no, there's really no other way to pronounce it. I mean,
hey,
Po Oppy Buff Ole or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm assuming you could kind of get by with having your last name as Hitler. You could. I mean,
it take you places.
Logan Hitler.
If you kept yourself low profile first,
Would you be related to anybody?
That's the thing. You
What
have
do
to
you
be
mean?
related to.
Would you be related to the actual Hitler?
Yeah.
No, it's just like a coincidence.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where it kind
I
of.
mean, you could do it Ancestry.com, maybe.
You'd have to give enough like convincing, like non-convincing evidence, but you have to sway people enough to believe like, hey, I'm just like, it's just a weird coincidence, man. I'm not related. Hey, you can believe I'm related, but just don't take me for the person I am, not what my last name is, and then we get by. But yes, you still could get clowned.
But then you'd have like one of the most famous last names in like history of last names. Everybody would know your name.
Yeah, but they'd be like, Hitler! And then they make some sort of like really like anti-Semitic joke. Like they'd be like, you kill any Jewish people lately? And then you'd be like, that's funny.
Oh, come on. The 14-year-old Instagram girls would be on their head already.
Exactly.
Sorry for anyone that may be of that cat.
Oh, wait, do you mean like 14-year-old girls would be like, you're canceled?
Yeah, we'd have cancel culture back.
Oh, yeah, you get canceled if your last name was Hitler, but I feel like also like,
you could
I feel like all the 14-year-old boys on Instagram would be making the jokes that are like,
it'd be a war. We'd actually start a war between the age groups, between the gender groups.
World War III started with another Hitler. It was Logan Hitler.
Hey there, you can be. You had no participation in the war. You were just the person that started it because of your last name.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a story. Hey,
yeah.
So Grandpa, what did you do while you were younger? Well, son, I started a war because of our last name.
You know, our last name is named after one of the worst people in history. What would be worse, having your last name be Hitler or having your last name be Bin Laden?
Bin Laden would kind of be a cool last name. Like, I know he's a
shitty person, but yeah.
Yeah, that just sounds
It depends on where you're living. If you're living here, it'd be really bad. Like, I'm thinking, like, if you're Hitler here, it maybe isn't as bad because of the location, but Bin Laden specifically here would be awful, just because.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, again, don't ever want Hitler as your last name. Don't.
Yeah.
It'd be bad.
I mean, they'd probably be equally as bad. I mean, pretty much any, like, Stalin,
Yeah.
like, Mussolini, I guess, pretty much any of the old, like, bad guy last names.
Well, I'm surprised. I mean, technically, you could make an argument that my last name is, like, somewhat bad.
World
Just
War
because
One.
World War I with the Kaiser.
Yeah. Ben, Duke Ferdinand or something like that.
Yep.
Kaiser. It's like that episode of Friends where Phoebe changed her last name to fucking Banana Hammock. Princess Consuelo Banana Hammock.
Shit, I missed that show.
And then Mike switches his last name to Crap Bag. Or no, he changes his name to Crap Bag. First name Crap, last name Bag. Oh my god. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would say, you realize your last name is Poopy Butthole, right? And she'd be like, yes, it's like a family name passed down for generations. You have to take the last name. And I'd be like, I don't know about that one. I feel like you're not.
If you don't want my last name, then you don't want me, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you can keep, but it's like you can keep your last name, but I'm not taking it.
Yeah.
And because you are making me do something that I do not want to, that'll affect my life, then I feel like this relationship will not work. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Is there any shows that are like... I can't think of anyone in like ever who's taken their wife's last name. I know there are people that do.
Yeah.
I know there's like women that keep their last name a lot.
Or like they'll do half and half, but I'm sure somebody has taken their wife's last name.
Especially like famous people don't usually switch their last names.
No, that'd be something interesting to look up. I'm debating on doing that right now.
Dude,
heavily.
The fucking vice president, her husband is named Doug Emhoff. Could you imagine? That's like a fucking joke last name. Like, could you imagine if their kid's name was Jack? It'd be Jack Emhoff. It's like, it's seriously like a fucking like Bart Simpson telephone joke. Yeah. It's like, I'm looking for a Doug Emhoff. I don't know. That's pretty funny though.
Hey,
What did that guy do recently? Doug Emhoff. I feel like he like did something in politics.
I don't keep up with politics. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, he like signed some sort of bullshit. I don't know. Who cares?
I just look at the memes.
Yeah. Do you like that meme I sent you today of Joe Biden falling down the stairs?
I was gonna bring that one up. That's hilarious.
It was a meme of the Joker, like the movie Joker, Kaiser, where he's going up the stairs, and it was like the cover of the movie, and it just said Joe, and it was him falling down the Joker stairs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's one of those moments where it's like Kafefe, when Donald Trump tweeted Kafefe, and it's like, it's just funny because it's like, it's funny. It's like, haha, he's tripping down the stairs, and haha, he fucking fell asleep when he was on Twitter. So, but everyone on both sides is like, how can they even be president if they can't even tweet or walk up the stairs? It's like, okay, well, there are criticisms for both of them, but I wouldn't say that they're both old dudes. I wouldn't say that tripping on some stairs is really worthy of kicking him out of the office.
Oh, just that'd be the shitty thing about being a president. You're walked.
Exactly.
You make
Exactly.
one fucking mistake.
Yeah, people on the internet, people think that cancel culture is bad for like, we're really canceling this person even though they groomed a teenager. It's like, yes, we are. But it's like, Joe Biden shouldn't even be the president. He tripped on the stairs. Just let Kamala take over already. It's like, all right, bro. Whatever. That's enough politics for this episode.
I mean, you can stick on the track. I don't know. I've been keeping the topic on memes. I don't know. I'm trying to like think of any new memes that have come from anything that's like been out recently because it's dry again.
Oh, the fucking Fortnite Chug Jug with You song.
Take me to.
Yeah, that song has been That's like
my favorite song.
It's really good. Like, that kid is good, but that song has been stuck in Audrey's head for the past like 2 weeks, and she won't stop fucking singing it. her and her sister too. Her sister was there last night on FaceTime, and they're both singing, and I'm like, oh god. And then it's stuck in my head. I'm singing it too, and it's just like, and I was actually playing Fortnite last night, so it was
saw that. I was on too.
And it was like, take me to your Xbox. But like, it's amazing that people will listen to that song and not know, like, from Fortnite. Like, they'll be like, what is Tomato Town? And it's like, really? You didn't know what?
Ooh.
Fortnite was so popular back in 2018. It's amazing that.
But here's the deal. You know, the line goes, like, we just wiped out Tomato Town.
Yeah.
Now we're on the Pleasant.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I revived him. Now we're headed southbound.
But
Pleasant Park is to the west.
East. Yeah. Is it not?
No, Pleasant Park is in the top left of the map, and Tomato Town is in the top right.
Was.
Well, obviously in season 5 they switched it to Tomato Temple.
Yeah.
And then they, put a volcano on top of it for season 8, 9, and 10.
And then they moved Pleasant Park to the middle of the map. Now.
Well, Pleasant Park is actually like more in the middle of the map, but it's still in the top left, and the Tomato Town building is still in the top right. So even if he was playing in Chapter 2, he'd still... And Audrey was like, well, they need to make the rhyming scheme, but it's like, no, because Pleasant Park isn't used in the rhyme scheme at all. It's Pleasant Park streets. So they could have said, I revived him, now we're headed southbound, now we're in the Salty Springs streets. Look at the map, go to the marked sheet. And Salty Springs is actually south of Tomato Town. And then she was like, wow, you are such a nerd. And it's like, well, it's just one little thing that would have made the song a little bit better.
Yeah, I didn't care about the entire rhyming scheme. The song is just, it was funny and whatever.
It's Fortnite Season 1 map tattooed on.
Yeah, did you see, like, someone has a tattoo of Tilted Towers? Yeah. Dude, the Tilted Towers in Fortnite was one of the best, like, it was so fun to go there.
Yeah.
And you die every time.
That game was fun when we were having all those snow days and stuff.
Yes.
That's when it was fun, playing with friends.
It's so sad. No, because we had over the summer, it was you, me, Danny, and then we had like a rotation of like Ben
or Jack or...
Yeah.
When Season 5 came out, and me and Kaiser would play that shit, it was so funny. That's why I like Season 5 so much, is because of those memories like that.
Oh, yeah.
Season 4 is probably it's probably the best season they ever did.
Oh, yeah.
When the rocket ship event, that was the coolest shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah. Maybe, well, the game isn't at its, like, greatest for, like, people and attraction or whatever. They do a great job with live events. That's
true.
One thing. I
was kind of disappointed with this event because it wasn't live. They just did a fucking gameplay, cutscene thing.
Yeah.
But that means everybody could have done it.
Yeah.
You just had to have the game downloaded and then just log in once and then you get to go through it. Yeah.
I like how they do things like the Travis Scott concert because...
I can't listen to freaking Travis Scott anymore. All I think of is freaking Fortnite.
Fortnite or McDonald's.
One of the two. It's just like...
Yeah, Travis Scott kind of memed himself.
Yeah, he did.
Hey.
But that was really... The concert was really cool. And they did it multiple times so you could totally see it whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a really fun time to be playing that game.
But the Travie Patty.
The Travie Patty. Oh, did you ever have the Travie Patty when it was up?
I had it like 6 times. It was...
Yeah. Well, it was like the optimal burger because it was like a quarter pounder, but it also had
bacon and lettuce.
Which is something that is like always makes something better in my opinion. Bacon. Oh, Travis Scott.
Yeah.
It's always funny, like, when you see, like, a celebrity skin in Fortnite. It's like, oh, I just got killed by fucking Travis Scott.
Oh.
Like, oh, yeah, this squad is made up of... Guys, we're being attacked by Batman, Captain America, Travis Scott, and Ninja.
When the teacher picks a...
When the teacher picks the group for the group. You ever see the video, the meme of that where it's Ninja and his wife and fucking Guy Fieri and like a basketball player or something like that? And it was like, when the teacher picks the group chat, fucking, I don't know how that happened. Guy Fieri is so funny.
Yeah. He kind of just pops out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's just...
Like you'll be on some random channel and then it's like a random show that's hosted by Guy Fieri and it's like, oh, he's doing this now?
Yeah.
The first time I knew him is because of Minute to Win It.
Yes. Yeah, because he hosted that show?
Yeah, he hosted the show. But then everyone's like, oh, Flavor Town. It's like the meme, like, oh.
Yeah, now he just hosts was it one or does he host multiple cooking shows?
Oh, he must host multiple.
Oh, he's on a lot of cooking shows.
Well, he's on, but I'm wondering how many. Because he obviously. Oh, what's the big show that he hosts? I'm
He
bringing the
hosts
name of
this
it.
one show where he just like go around like small shitty bars and like restaurants across the United States, and if they could prove that they could be a better restaurant, he'd give them money to like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think that's the show I'm thinking of. I don't remember what it's called, but that's probably what I remember him for, like nowadays. But obviously, yeah, Minute to Win It was a great show when it was out.
What was I about to say about Guy Fieri? Shit, I don't remember. Who cares?
He has some cool hair.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, the frosted tips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The flaming black.
Yeah,
calf
like
sleeve shirt.
Yeah. With the sunglasses, and he's got like the little beard and everything.
Goatee.
Yeah.
And yeah, hey.
Not as good as Gordon Ramsay though. Not as iconic as Gordon Ramsay.
Oh God.
I hate those memes though, because it's like people think it's like a quote that he said, and it's always like,
Dude.
"This fish is so raw. He's talking to SpongeBob." It's like there's no way that he would ever say that.
No. Just go through and watch the entirety of Hell's Kitchen. You'll.
And the idiot
Just
sandwich meme is fucking. It's like a skit.
Yeah.
It's like it was like him talking to Julie Chen, who's like a famous person. I don't remember what the skit was from, but it was maybe from like The Talk. I don't know.
This car fucks up fast.
Yeah. This car fogs up fast, you say?
Yeah, it's getting steamy in here.
Yeah. You fanning out the steam?
Yeah.
Well, it is raining.
That don't help.
Yeah. Hopefully that's not too loud on the audio. And we're going to listen to it. It's going to be like, we're just going to be talking about poopy
it's
butthole, and
just-
it's just going to be,
Soothing ASMR.
yeah. Lo-fi dumbass conversations to study and relax to. It's just like the girl, but it's McGrath in the backseat of the car. Instead of her like doing homework, he's playing with the fucking puzzle and the reverse Flash action figure. That'd be funny. You guys been playing any good games recently or no?
I got back onto Apex.
Apex?
Yes, Apex.
Yeah. My cousin wanted me. He's like, because it came out on the Switch, and he has a Switch, and he was like, "You download Apex yet?" I'm like, I have it on my PlayStation 4. He's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot you had a PlayStation 4. We should play sometime. Have you ever played it before?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I played it when it first came out, but there was one time where I had a shotgun, and it was like one of those shotguns that you could charge up,
Oh.
and I had it to the back of some guy's head, and I shot it, and the guy then after I shot him and I shot him again, he turned around and shot me a couple times with an SMG and killed me before I could kill him.
Oh God, yeah.
It was the most bullshit thing ever.
Yeah, I think the game's gone away from they don't really have meta guns. Whatever gun I would say is relative. There's like some guns that aren't usable, but they've made the game better. I'd say from when probably I think people like first like started out with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really the only fun battle royale game that I think people like my friends or people that I play
Oh really?
with.
Because you play on PC, right?
Yeah. No one wants to play Warzone. No one.
Yeah.
It's too. It's just out.
It's for 20-year-old guys.
Warzone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's true. Everyone hates the new COD, but it's not that bad in my opinion.
Oh, Black Ops? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it.
Oh, you mean what is it?
Cold War?
Yeah,
No,
Cold
I
War.
love.
Yeah,
That's a great
Cold
game.
A lot of people like the thing with people is like people.
What is it? Modern Warfare.
Yeah, I did not like Modern Warfare. Like in my opinion, Modern Warfare, like if you get shot twice, you're dead. It's like you're playing hardcore all the time.
Yeah.
And that's why Carter likes it. He's like, the kill time is so low in COD. It's like, well, sorry that in Cold War, Carter, you have to fucking aim your gun. Modern Warfare, if you hit 2 bullets, the person is dead.
You're playing hardcore encore. If you want to play hardcore, just go into Black and just go into Cold War and then play hardcore.
Exactly.
It's like it's not that difficult. And like on Modern
But
Warfare.
at that point, there's like no strategy at all. It's like
you turn the corner.
well,
Just
whoever
free fire.
sees each other first wins. You know.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I hate about any like shooting game. Really, is like 97% of your kills are people who don't even see you first, and then that's like Fortnite too. Is like you rarely will like whoever sees the other person first is at like such an advantage
Because you got the upper hand, they don't see you.
less so in Fortnite because you can build and stuff. Like, could you imagine playing like PUBG where it's like you're running in the middle of the open and you get shot? It's like, what can you do besides shoot back? And the person has a clear sight of you shooting at you.
Exactly what Apex is. That's what it is. You
Yeah.
get shot. You run and you just hope that you don't get seen and you camp. Because you just don't want to run in the middle of the open.
Yeah.
You'll die.
But in Apex and in Fortnite, like in Apex, you get all those weird abilities and shit.
Yeah, you have like move, like the
Like you can
movements.
spawn a portal and shit.
Yeah,
and
Fortnite's pretty even. Everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fortnite, you can at least build, but it's also annoying. Like when you see someone, you're like, all right, I have you now, and then you shoot them once, and then they build a wall. They build like a fucking castle, and you're just like, well, I can't do anything with this.
That's why I stopped playing, because I literally, you take it again. I'd have those same exact moments. It's like you shoot someone, they build like the Eiffel Tower, and I'm sitting here like, you don't need to do that. Just come to the ground.
Yeah.
You can like build like a 1x1, peek out and shoot at me again. You don't have to build like an entire structure. That's not how I play. This is not how I grew into playing the game. There's more because we had more of the like in our earlier experiences. It was just again, like you got shot at, you built like a two.
Yeah.
Like a 1x2 tower. Next thing you know,
Still play like that.
In Fortnite.
Oh, it probably still
I don't
doesn't.
even build.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's like if I went back and played a Fortnite with my abilities now, like back when I first started playing it, it's like I would win every single game because no one built back in the beginning of Fortnite.
No.
But now everyone just is so insane.
Yeah, they've gotten. Hey, but that's I guess what that's what they wanted their game to be, kind of by the way that they pushed it. I don't know if it was exactly how they wanted it to turn out, but if you're gonna, because they like what they spilt or they had like the building speed like where it was, then they slowed it down and then they sped it up like that much faster, and now people are just insane.
Yeah.
Oh, we really wouldn't get into those like good lobbies that people were in anyway.
That's the thing, is that now it's like you get matched with people who are as good as you.
Yeah.
So it's like if you play with someone new, like getting someone their first win is not satisfying at all because you'll always almost win your first game because it's all bots.
Oh yeah.
Like me and Audrey started playing and we won 12 games in a row.
Jesus.
When she first started. Like she was 12-0 because it was all bots, and then we got put into one game then it just put us in a game with normal people, and it was like impossible.
Yeah, I still have a vivid memory of our first win.
Yeah,
'Ause that was
of me and your first win.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, because me and you got our first win at the same time.
Yeah,
with Borndale and Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was actually like that was in my Snapchat memories pretty recently. It was like 3 years ago.
Yeah. I was kidding. I was like seeing things on like Instagram because like comments that weren't posted like a long time ago were posting up like in my feed or weirdly, and it was on that post of
because I tagged you in it.
Yeah,
and it said people comment like it's been 3 years since you posted, you buffoon.
Yeah,
I posted a picture of me getting my driver's permits and me winning my first Fortnite match and saying, "What do you think my biggest accomplishment was this week?" I tagged Kaiser in it.
Yeah,
and then people comment on all my old posts, and when they get tagged, and people are like, "What the fuck are they?" I'm like,
why is this showing up in my feed?
3 years after he posts.
Yeah, hey, we'll see when that drought ends of when I post again on Instagram. It probably won't be for a while. But,
yeah. How long has it been since you posted?
Oh God, like 2 years now. 2.5 years.
I mean, I post a lot on my second account.
Ooh, maybe it's...
I have like
no effort November.
Yeah, during November. McGrath, when was the last time you posted on Instagram?
At the end of football season this year.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
What time? What are we at? Oh no, it's not been 2 years yet. It's a year and a half, I think now.
Okay.
I was thinking. I forgot I went to Lambeau about a year and a half ago from today.
Mm-hmm. Well, when I had to go find a fucking picture of you for for the podcast thumbnail, I was like, oh Christ, Kaiser doesn't have any pictures that I can use, so I had to have you send me one.
Yeah, just
Same with you, McGrath. Is I had to like sometimes you have to. It's kind of creepy because I have to stalk people's Instagram sometimes to find a thumbnail picture, and then like.
Are you seriously taking my picture without my consent?
Yeah, when people are well, I'm not gonna name names, but there are certain people who are like, do they know that you're using their picture? It's like, well, yes, first of all, and if they didn't know, it's pictures that they already posted on the internet themselves. So I'm getting them from their own Instagram.
Yeah, no,
Because there are some people, like I know Liam Keller, he doesn't like people seeing his, like, every time I, like, try to post something I film on Snapchat, he doesn't like it. So when I knew that, and then when I did the thumbnail, I just did a drawing. I did him as Catman from the comic book.
Yeah, just nab that picture right there for this thumbnail.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's not a good picture. I mean, I already have a picture of you this season.
Oh, I know. Yeah. So the pictures change every season. That's how it
Every
is.
season. We're coming up at the end of the season. It's on. There's only 2 episodes left. It's 70.
How many episodes do you do a season?
Huh?
How many episodes do you do a season?
25. So it's like episode 25, episode 50, episode 75.
This is season 3?
Yeah, this is season 3, and this is episode 73. So there's episode 74, and then episode 75, and then season 4.
Yeah.
So season 4, every season, I like change something a little bit. Like I'll change like the font, and I'll change like the layout of the thumbnails and everything. Like, but what I have some plans of things I want to do, other than like to improve the podcast. Not like the podcast itself, but like some additional like things. I'm not gonna spoil it right now, but.
Yeah.
Are you going to continue the podcast when you're in college? Or is
That is what I get asked a lot. It depends because...
or only when you're home on the week?
Well, my plan right now was to have like a rotation of like 4 people or something like that can always like do it, or like let's say, for example, we haven't talked about it yet, but like let's say Marcus, for example, like Marcus and then 3 other people. Then Marcus would only have to worry about being on the podcast 1 time every 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And then I might find like 1 other person to do it with, or I just don't. But I mean, or I just don't do it every week. It's not that big of a deal.
Or you just get you get that core of like 4, and then it's like you ask like, hey, who can do it with this, then, and there. And, and then if you need, like, if someone can do it, then you're like, oh, and you want to pair them up with someone, then you just go find someone to do that.
Like, all right, it's Marcus's week. Okay, let's see if we can find a 3rd person. Okay, we could get Kaiser, and then he's like, oh yeah, we can do that, and then we get Kaiser, and then it's like, all right. Then we only have to find 1 person a week rather than 2 or 3.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, this other person can't do it this week, then we get someone else to take it. Well, that's just what I'm thinking right now. We'll see how people's interest in it is after college. Like, I don't know how they'll react, but
because who knows? It's like you might have to do it over Discord then more often.
Oh well, yeah, obviously.
You'd probably, honestly, you'd be better off trying to find some way to just record it off your computer and off of Discord like that, and then just get it
right.
And that things.
Well, it was pretty fun when it first started. It was
very monumental.
I also was thinking about it. I've almost been on every season outside of the.
You have been on every season.
Yeah, well, one of the episodes isn't up now. But
were you up? Was that your?
My first episode wasn't season 1. It was like that episode 19. 17. Yeah,
I know, but were you on another time in that season or no?
No, I don't think so.
Oh right, yeah, you were only on season, because this is your 4th episode?
Yeah, I think I've been.
No, wait, because you've been on with Danny
and Ellie,
and then Danny by himself.
Yep, and then
this episode, and then that episode that got deleted. Was there really not another?
No, and then episode? Carter and Liam, that episode.
Oh right, yeah.
The Family Guy episode.
The Family Guy episode. So this is your 5th episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can get a playlist now. I have those playlists on my channel of like
really?
Episodes with specific guests, and that's like if you have 5 episodes, then Guys, McGrath, this is your 4th episode,
Yeah,
so
it
you're
is.
not getting a playlist. McGrath has asked me for a playlist like the past 2 times he was on.
Yeah.
I didn't
Everybody
even know
else
that
is
you
getting
had 'em.
playlists every single time with somebody.
Yeah.
And this is my first time figuring out or learning about this. I kind of just
Yeah.
sometimes like watch them when they come out because I have nothing better to do when I'm doing homework.
Yeah. If I have to, I'll listen to Lucas's podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I listen to Luke's
I gotta-
podcasts all the time.
I got
What
it.
do you mean?
I have to take time out of my day when it comes out to watch.
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, we're at
God.
gunpoint right now talking about this.
There are some people who like they'll be like, I was listening to the podcast. I'm like, really? You listen to the podcast? But it's always terrible. Like when my fucking like when certain like family members or like people like I don't like Kaiser, like when my friends' parents listen to it,
Oh.
and it's like, oh no, what did I say on that episode?
Yeah, that's... my parents are like, oh yeah, we heard of your podcast. I was like, shit, what the fuck did I
Oh
say?
no, oh no.
I just kind of haven't. I think my parents might have known that I've been on them before, but they just don't care.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't worry. I don't say anything too controversial to
Yeah,
get myself canceled.
yeah.
Saturday school.
Yeah.
Well, you don't.
Yeah. I mean,
You'd think that they would after the first episode that isn't up anymore. That they'd be like, okay, let's
monitor.
Let's monitor this.
And yeah,
But they've been pretty cool. Your parents are really cool.
Yeah. They heard about it. They're just like, whatever you learn from this. And
Yeah.
Wait, did you get...
Kaiser didn't get any in trouble. He didn't do anything wrong.
I've had interactions with the person that we ended up needing to talk to, which now I'm not going to say that. Obviously, I'm not going to say that person's name, but gets on my nerves every time I see them.
Yeah. It was just unnecessary. Well, that episode
bad.
Kaiser is still canon. It's just not on the YouTube channel. So
Because we don't need someone like coming back randomly hearing about it.
Yeah.
And being like, oh.
well, yeah. The thing is that we got to talk to the boys, but we might if like I can like go back and edit it on YouTube and fix the stuff that we don't want on. But it's like,
Because it's already past. Oh my god, it's way past its 1 year anniversary when it.
oh yeah, that was like last January. Well, the thing with that episode is, or what was I gonna say? That episode was at like 150 views as well on like, and it was only up for like 3 days.
Yeah.
So that episode is still canon. So this is your 5th episode. Well, the problem is, Kaiser, is that you have 5 episodes, but one of them is an unlisted video. So.
Yeah, hey, if anyone's out there going to find podcasts or episodes that I'm in, do all that you say, and you go find them. I don't know. I mean, hey, if I need a playlist for people because they actually want to watch me, I'd be surprised.
people like, finally, I can listen to only Kaiser, only the good episodes.
Yeah, the ones that'll get
It's like that
they'll
one
spark
name with the
controversy.
3 books from a...
Yeah, at last I have them all. Podcast episode 30, podcast episode 60 or whatever, 40, and podcast episode 73.
Gravity
Falls.
Yeah.
Yep. They need to bring that show back. I had someone bring that up, and I'm like, that's a good idea.
That someone wanted to bring back Gravity Falls.
Yes, because they ended it off on such a bad way because it basically just went out of business, kind of, in a sense.
Oh, they didn't end Gravity Falls?
They did 2 seasons of it, and I think they maybe had like 10 or 15 episodes in each season. It was
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
They had more than 30 episodes of the show, bro. I remember there's so much like random bullshit, like Illuminati type shit.
Maybe it was 20 episodes, but I remember.
Kaiser, Google it. Google how many episodes of Gravity Falls there are.
Also, we got
That show was on for like years.
What time is it, Kaiser?
3.
It's 3:17, so yeah,
Yeah.
we can wrap it up soon.
We got to. Yeah.
I mean, it is we're only If we could get this to an hour, it'd be nice. But if not, it would be the biggest.
Yeah. No,
issue
there's
in the world.
40. I was wrong. So, yeah. There's
Only 40 episodes.
Yeah, they did 2 seasons. They only did 2 seasons. I guess.
How long was that? I feel like that show was on for years.
Yeah, but it was so. I saw it so sporadically, so I don't think I ever like repeated an episode that I saw like when I was watching it.
Yeah.
When I was younger, so it was like I kept getting new shows. I just didn't think it was like. I didn't think they only did like 2 seasons as well. I thought they did way more because that show has so much potential. It's just.
Yeah, I heard it was pretty good, but it's also like, I don't know, like Disney shows and like Nickelodeon shows, like, I feel like they don't... No episode comes out every week. Like,
No.
they always do bullshit, like a fucking, like... And every time a new episode of SpongeBob comes out, they have a fucking, like, timer on the bottom corner of the screen, like, oh, God, the new SpongeBob episode, SpongeBob Gets Fired is coming out.
Yeah, you're talking about, like, now, right? Because obviously back when we were kids, like, they had, like, it was, like...
Did you hear they're gonna have a Patrick show?
Yeah, they're doing, like, a fucking Cleveland show of SpongeBob. But it's like, I'm mad about that. It's like, I'm not gonna watch it. I wouldn't have watched it anyways.
The one guy that, like, you know, the person that died.
Steven Hillenburg?
Yeah, that was, like, one thing he didn't want, but Nickelodeon want.
Yeah, they didn't want, he never wanted to do a SpongeBob spinoff, and now they're doing 2 of them.
So bad.
Well, it's like, what's the point? Why don't they just... Well, I don't really care anymore.
There's no point. I don't get it. It's gonna end up like the Cleveland show. I mean, Patrick is the perfect example of a person that can't go on his own show.
Correct.
And run it, but he can be like a great sidekick on like a show with someone else.
Exactly.
And I mean, I'm not gonna say Cleveland was all of like that great sidekick and Family Guy.
That's true as well. Yeah.
But he just didn't have like that flair to have his own show. Like, they probably would have been better off making, like, a Quagmire show, but the problem is he doesn't have a family, so it's like...
Yeah, Quagmire is more of a... I would say Quagmire is more of a side character.
Yeah.
And then, like, Cleveland has, like, a family and stuff, so it's, like... He's kind of just, like... He's got his funny traits in Family Guy, but it's also, like... He's the easiest to do, like, a... And Joe, too. I guess you could do Joe.
Yeah, but Joe is also...
Joe's, like, the perfect, like, side character, because...
Yeah. Hey, they haven't found a... Well, I mean, American Dad, I don't think, had any families, like, around that could have even had their own spin-off show.
Well, does American Dad even... I feel like he doesn't even have that many friends on that show.
No, I thought the show is based around the entire... Well, it obviously is based around the entire family, but I don't think they have, like, the, I don't think Stan has the friends that that, like, Peter and whatever has.
And that's kind of like The Simpsons too. Like,
true.
Like, Homer has his friends and stuff, but there's rarely, like, I guess not. Like, every episode has, like, in The Simpsons, like, there's, like, one character that they base off of, and sometimes it's like a random side character. But there's usually, like, a plot of one of the main 5 characters.
Yeah.
And Family Guy usually has, like, something with one of the main family members, and maybe something with, like, Quagmire or Cleveland or Joe or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, they found ways to make Meg episodes, Chris episodes, Stewie episodes, Brian episodes.
That's the problem with now. We're complaining about fucking Family Guy again. God damn it.
You know, I was gonna take this more down an American Dad route, saying that. Anyway, you don't see Stan, like, outside of, like, the house or with, like, outside of family. Other than when he's working, at least from what I've seen.
Yeah, he's got, like, the fucking...
he works for the...
Isn't Patrick Stewart in that show?
Maybe.
Isn't that him?
I haven't seen that show that much. I've seen a couple episodes, and that's just what I remember.
Who plays his boss? What are you doing, McGrath?
I'm
gonna grab more puzzle pieces?
Oh, yeah.
How much... So you've gotten 2 pairs of pieces together.
That's all I could do. There's so many freaking puzzle pieces.
Well, then I got this car cleaned out at a place, and then they fucking sucked up a bunch of puzzle pieces as well. Yeah. So there's a lot of them are probably gone.
The rare possibility that you'll find another match is going to be...
Yeah.
No, it's a lost cause. I got 2. You can go get those Marcus now.
Yeah. I'll fucking hang them up in my house.
Yeah. Put them on the fridge for me.
McGrath finally found a fucking match in this puzzle.
Create a clip. There you go. That's an unseen clips. That'd be something that'd be put on clips if they could see what we're seeing right now.
Yeah.
The Loudmouth podcast clips channel coming out soon, where Lukas will post random clips of funny moments from the show.
Well, I want to do that, but the problem is that I feel like no one would listen to the actual episode then, because all of the people that listen to this, I feel like are like
that's why you gotta,
me, who have like short attention spans and rather listen to like a clip channel.
Yeah, that's why you gotta. That's why it's waiting. It's just waiting. It'll be a year in the making. It'll come out like a year later.
Yeah.
And then you just keep you go episode 1, and then like a week later or like a couple days later episode 2.
That's the thing. Like I feel like I would want to do I would want to have clips of the old episodes too. So it'd be like all the clips each week, like a clip from each day a clip is released from that week's episode.
Yeah.
But then also it will release like a couple clips from an older episode.
Yeah.
And then we get through all the older episodes, and then we are like back up to date.
The most viewed clip. Lucas gets himself canceled by this comments.
We release clips from the deleted episode, like.
You just find security footage of you going to the office.
Could you imagine if I recorded the entire conversation with the principal when I was in the principal's office, and then released that as podcast 18?
And then let this comment.
Oh, I gotta delete that. God damn it. We went with the entire podcast without being censored, but that's okay.
You know, one censor is fine.
Yeah. Well, we were so close to having a censorless episode.
And we almost made it we're gonna make it to an hour as well. Oh, this would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
whatever.
all right.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, I think we should.
I can't believe I'm actually gonna get all my shit done today. I was like, I have to get this done. I have to do the Spanish thing. I had to pack. I was like, there's no I'm gonna be able to do it all. I probably will be able to do it all.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't have to meet with everyone else until like 5:30, and I'll do the walk, which since it's raining, it probably won't take too long because we're gonna be in the umbrella.
Yeah.
Like I'm going on a walk with Audrey, and then I have the Spanish project, but it's like I feel like I'll be able to accomplish that. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you boys for joining me in this parking lot. I hope the audio wasn't shit.
Yeah. It's been a great time.
Maybe we'll get a little rain ASMR.
Yeah. I'll put that in like the fucking tags, like in the description, like lo-fi beats to study or relax to. And the people will like look for that, and this podcast will come up. They're like, "What the hell is this?"
2.5 million.
Yeah.
A bunch of attraction, millions of views later. Yeah, this is the prime example of what isn't ASMR, but yet still is ASMR.
Do you think it would be like inappropriate for me to like title an episode like McGrath marries Hitler?
I mean,
McGrath, what is that? Did you pick that? Was that you picking at that?
No.
Okay.
I just drove the bike across it. Like.
Okay. I thought you like picked that whole like.
No.
There's a part in my car that's like the ceiling was like peeling off, and I thought that McGrath was like picking it.
It's on both sides though, so.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is?
You got
Okay.
water leakage stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this car's old.
Yeah. It's nice little Corolla.
Yeah.
It's a Camry, but
Camry. Same thing.
Basically the same thing.
All right.
The license plate number is